Okay, so Measure J, voting no. The argument in favor of Measure J for San Bernardino's county charter, the laws that govern our community, was written then more than 100 years ago. It's time to modernize our charter. Measure J will remove sexist language, close political loopholes, put a stop to future governors meddling in local matters, increase transparency and accountability in our local government. So the people in favor of Measure J trying to spice it up with removing sexist language from the charter, which is like, what's the sexist language? It's probably things like man and woman is written in the charter or something like that. So they're just trying to get rid of the biological binary acknowledgement of the sexes. There's a lot of information in the rebuttal for Measure J. Let's start with the county supervisors, now in a panic, want you to believe their charter reform is a modern update to expanding transparency and creating good governance. Actually, the charter reform is an attempt to maintain their ridiculously high compensation. Measure J proposes elected officials are paid 80% of a superior court judge's salary. This unrelated number would actually result in a pay increase for the 3 current supervisors. It's as if they were to follow their own rules. Measure J contains a clause that only includes supervisors who are elected after the effective date of this section. In 2012, when ultimately faced with a 64% vote to rein in the same excessive compensation, supervisors placed a competing measure on the ballot to mislead citizens and evade the voters' will. It worked then, so let's not let it work now. And we're going to get into some more reasons as to why you should vote no on Measure J. Since elected supervisors collect a salary of over $250,000 annually, nearly 6 times the median income of San Bernardino residents, and can serve 2 long years, it's easy to understand their motives. The charter reform is their response to Measure K, which seeks to set supervisor term limits and reduce their compensation. Over 70,000 citizens signed Measure K, designed to end the influence of special interests and remove the inflated compensation provided to elected officials for work they assign to others. Now that supervisors want to change the county charter to benefit themselves, here's how Measure J will. It will leave term limits essentially unchanged, let supervisors increase their current salary, remove stipulation in the current charter that requires a vote by the people to change supervisor salary benefits, and they will be able to set their own compensation. The county supervisors have already disregarded the state constitution in this county charter by imposing a property tax, the FP5 tax, on residents without a required vote, reducing their required weekly meetings by half, and ceding authority to a non-elected county CEO who really runs the county. Anyways, so these guys have unrestrained power in the county. So vote no. No on J.